Hello students, in the previous class we have discussed the trigonometric ratios for an angle 90 minus theta, 90 plus theta and 180 minus theta. Now in this session we will go for trigonometric ratios for an angle 180 plus theta. So based on the previous properties for as we have seen for 90 plus theta, 90 minus theta and 180 minus theta, based on the proofs of that we will see what is the trigonometric ratios for 180 plus theta. So 180 plus theta can be written as 90 plus theta. So for meanwhile assume that let 90 plus theta, assume that it is theta 1. Now we will see 180 plus theta can be written as 90 plus theta 1. Hence 180 plus theta is same as 90 plus theta 1, where theta 1 is 90 plus theta. Now sine of 180 plus theta is same as sine of 90 plus theta 1. 180 plus theta is 90 plus theta 1. Now in the place of 180 plus theta, we can replace 90 plus theta 1. Now it is in what form? Sine of 90 plus theta. So what is sine of 90 plus theta? 90 plus theta, sine 90 plus theta. The trigonometric ratios for, as we have seen, trigonometric ratios for 90 plus theta. So sine of 90 plus theta 1 gives to cos theta 1. As theta 1 is there, so cos theta 1. But replace theta 1 with the original one, that is theta 1 is 90 plus theta. So cos of 90 plus theta, again cos of 90 plus theta is minus sin theta. Means sin of 180 plus theta is equal to minus sin theta. Now we will go for cos. Cos of 180 plus theta. So 180 plus theta can be written as, for time being, theta is replaced. Theta 1 is assumed as 90 plus theta. So cos of 180 plus theta is same as 90 plus theta 1. Now it is in what form? Cos of 90 plus theta. So cos of 90 plus theta is minus sin theta. So it will be minus sin theta 1. But minus sin theta 1 is replaced with the original one, 90 plus theta. So sin of 90 plus theta is cos theta. So as there is a minus, so we can have minus cos theta. So cos of 180 plus theta is minus cos theta. Next, tan of 180 plus theta. So this can be written as tan of 90 plus theta 1. So tan of 90 plus theta 1 is minus cot theta 1. Minus cot theta 1, which is minus cot of theta 1. Theta 1 is replaced with the original, that is 90 plus theta. 90 plus theta. So minus is there, as it is, minus is minus. Cot of 90 plus theta gives to minus tan theta. So minus tan theta. And minus of minus becomes plus. So plus tan theta. Minus into minus becomes plus. So plus tan theta. Hence tan of 180 plus theta is plus tan theta. Next, we'll go for cosecant. Cosecant of 180 plus theta is equal to cosecant of 90 plus theta 1. Cosecant of 90 plus theta 1 gives to secant theta 1. where secant of theta 1 is replaced with our value 90 plus theta, but secant of 90 plus theta will be minus cosecant theta. So cosecant of 180 plus theta is minus cosecant theta. Next, secant of 180 plus theta will be secant of 90 plus theta 1, and secant of 90 plus theta 1 gives to minus cosecant of theta 1, which is minus cosecant of, again replace theta 1 with 90 plus theta. My cosecant of 90 plus theta is secant theta. So already minus is there, minus secant theta. So secant of 180 plus theta will be minus secant theta. Next, we'll go for the cot. Cot of 180 plus theta. Try as it is, and you will get cot of 180 plus theta will be cot theta. So these are the 6 trigonometric ratios for an angle 180 plus theta. Normally 180 plus theta lies in the 3rd quadrant, and we'll see the proof, the alternate proof for 180 plus theta also. So what are the 6 trigonometric ratios for 180 plus theta is sin of 180 plus theta is minus sin theta, cos of 180 plus theta is minus cos theta, tan of 180 plus theta is plus tan theta, cosecant of 180 plus theta is minus cosecant theta, secant of 180 plus theta is minus secant theta, and cot of 180 plus theta is plus cot theta. Now we'll see the alternate method of this 180 plus theta. Now we'll see the trigonometric ratio for 180 plus theta in the geometric figure, in the geometric plane. That is, OX is our initial ray, and theta is the let theta be the angle in the first quadrant, and let it terminal side cut the circle with center O and radius R in P x comma y. Means, so this is our standard notation in the first quadrant. With respect to the first quadrant, we'll see the trigonometric ratio for 180 plus theta. So this is our terminal ray and this is our initial ray. At the point, let P x comma y be a point on the circle. Then if you draw a perpendicular line from P onto the x-axis, then it is M. Then the distance of OM will be x and MP will be y and OP will be R. Then it forms a right angle triangle. And with this, we have seen what are the 6 trigonometric ratios: sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, cosecant theta, secant theta, and cot theta. That is the standard notation. Now we'll go for 180 plus theta. Means for this theta, we have to add 180 degrees. Means so if you assume that this is 180, as it is a straight line, the angle in a semicircle, the angle of a straight line is 180 degrees. Means if this is 180, then the total angle from the initial ray will be 180 plus theta. Means the angle from the initial ray to the terminal ray will be 180 plus theta. Now, so let P dash x dash comma y dash be a point, and we'll see the procedure. So let P dash x dash comma y dash be a point on the circle, that is on the point of the intersection of the terminal side. So if this is the terminal side and this OX is the initial ray, so it gives an angle 180 plus theta. Next, So let m dash be the projection. M dash is the projection drawn from P onto the x-axis. But on what x-axis? It is a negative x-axis. And hence triangle OMP is congruent to triangle OM dash P dash. How it is congruent? See, if you observe this, if this is a 180, then the small portion, this will be theta, and this will be 90 degrees, and this is 90 minus theta. And if you observe the triangles OMP and OM dash P dash, the three angles are same. So by angle property, they are congruent. If they are congruent, then the sides are equal. Now, so what are the sides? The length of OM and length of OM dash, both are equal but of opposite side. Why it is opposite means OM is on the positive x-axis and OM dash is on the negative x-axis. Means, so what we can have is OM is equal to OM dash implies x dash will be minus x. Normally this will be x dash and this will be y dash, but x dash and x are equal but of opposite sign. So x dash will be minus x. Similarly, MP is y and m dash P dash is also y dash, but it is in the negative y axis. It is above y axis and this is below y axis. So MP is equal to m dash P dash, and what we can have is y dash will be minus y. Now, what about the hypotenuse? OP is radius. In the same way, OP dash is also radius. Then we can say R is equal to R. And OP is equal to OP dash, that is R is equal to R. The hypotenuse is always positive. Now, from this observation, we can have 6 trigonometric ratios for 180 plus theta. Sine of 180 plus theta. What is sine of 180 plus theta? It is the opposite. It is the ratio of opposite side of 180 plus theta and hypotenuse. So opposite side is y dash by adjacent side hypotenuse, that is r. But what is y dash? It is minus y. So minus y by r, which is equal to minus sine theta. Y by r sine theta compared to the standard position. Cos of 180 plus theta, adjacent side by hypotenuse. So adjacent side is x dash by r. So x dash is same as minus x. Minus x by r, which is minus x by r gives to cos theta. So cos of 180 plus theta is minus cos theta. Tan of 180 plus theta, opposite side by adjacent side. So opposite side is y dash by adjacent side is x dash. But y dash is minus y, x dash is minus x. So it will be minus y by minus x. As minus minus get cancelled, means it is positive, y by x. Y by x is equal to tan theta. So similarly, we can have the other 3 trigonometric ratios. Cosecant of 180 plus theta will be minus cosecant theta. Secant of 180 plus theta will be minus secant theta. Cot of 180 plus theta is cot theta. If you observe 180 plus theta, if this is 0 degrees, 90, 180, and this is theta, means we are adding theta to 180 degrees, means the angle lies in the third quadrant. Now, so these are the trigonometric ratios for 180 plus theta. Next, we'll go for 270 minus theta. Now we'll see the trigonometric ratios for 270 minus theta. So 270 minus theta can be written as 180. Now 180 plus 90 minus theta. So 180 plus 90 gives to 270 minus and theta is theta. So assume that let 90 minus theta, assume that it is theta 1. Now what happens? 270 minus theta can be written as 180 plus theta 1. Now we'll see the trigonometric ratios. Sine of 270 minus theta, that is sine of 180 plus 90 minus theta, and sine of 180 is as this, plus 90 minus theta is theta 1. So plus theta 1. Now it is in what form? Sine of 180 plus theta. Just now in the previous we have seen what are the trigonometric ratios for 180 plus theta. Sine of 180 plus theta gives to minus sine theta, but here it is theta 1, so it will be minus sine theta 1, but minus sine, but replace theta 1 with the original value, that is original angle 90 minus theta. So sine of 90 minus theta is cos theta, but there is minus, so it will be minus cos theta. So what we can say is sine of 270 minus theta is minus cos theta. Next, we'll go for cos. Cos of 270 minus theta, that is cos of 180 plus 90 minus theta, and we can have cos of 180 plus theta 1. So what is cos of 180 plus theta 1? It is minus cos theta 1, and replace the theta 1 with the original angle minus cos of 90 minus theta. So it will be minus cos of 90 minus theta. 90 minus theta is in the first quadrant, so it will be sin theta. Minus sin theta. Next, tan. Tan of 270 minus theta. Tan of 180 plus 90 minus theta. Tan of 180 plus 90 minus theta is theta 1. So tan of 180 plus theta 1 gives to plus tan theta. So tan theta 1 plus tan of theta 1 will be 90 minus theta. So tan of 90 minus theta gives to plus cot theta. So tan of 270 minus theta is cot theta, which is positive. Next, cosecant of 270 minus theta, that is cosecant of 180 plus 90 minus theta, and that is cosecant of 180 plus theta 1. Cosecant of 180 plus theta 1 gives to minus cosecant theta 1 minus cosecant of 90 minus theta. So which gives to minus secant theta. So cosecant of 270 minus theta gives to minus secant theta. Secant of 270 minus theta. So it will be secant of 180 plus 90 minus theta. That will be secant of 180 plus theta 1. So secant of 180 plus theta 1 will be minus secant theta 1, and which is minus secant of theta 1 is replaced with our original angle, that is 90 minus theta. So minus secant of 90 minus theta gives to cosecant theta. So what we can say is secant of 270 minus theta is minus cosecant theta. Next, last, that is cot. Cot of 270 minus theta, that is cot of 180 plus 90 minus theta, cot of 180 plus theta 1. Cot of 180 plus theta is positive cot theta 1, and replace with the original one 90 minus theta. So cot of 90 minus theta is tan theta. So cot of 270 minus theta is tan theta. It is positive sign. So sin of 270 minus theta minus cos theta, cos of 270 minus theta minus sin theta, tan of 270 minus theta plus cot theta, cosecant of 270 minus theta minus secant theta, secant of 270 minus theta minus cosecant theta, cot of 270 minus theta tan theta. So these are the trigonometric ratios for 270 minus theta. So 270 minus theta is also an angle which lies in the third quadrant. Why? Because if you observe the x-axis and y-axis, this is our initial ray and terminal ray. When both are coincident, it gives an angle 0 degrees. If two lines are perpendicular, then it will be 90 degrees. Again, if you observe this, then it is a straight line. The angle in a straight line is 180 degrees. Next, coming to the, if you add one more 90 degrees, it gives to 270. So it will be 180 plus 270. Means this is the angle 270. 270 minus theta means we are removing an angle from 270, means it lies in the third quadrant. Next, we'll go for trigonometric ratios for 270 plus theta. So we are adding some angle to 270, means if you add, so it gives in the, it lies in the fourth quadrant, and we'll see what happens in the trigonometric ratios in the fourth quadrant. Now we'll see the trigonometric ratios for 270 plus theta. Means 270 plus theta can be written as 180 plus 90 plus theta. So 180 plus 90 gives to 270. Now assume that this 90 plus theta, for a time being, assume that it is an angle theta 1. So let 90 plus theta gives to theta 1. Now we'll see what one by one. Sine of 270 plus theta. So that gives to sine of 270, 180 plus 90 plus theta. That is sine of 180 plus theta 1. As we have assumed that 90 plus theta is theta 1. Now it is in what form? Sine of 180 plus theta. Sine of 180 plus theta will gives to minus sin theta, but here it is theta 1, so it gives to minus sin theta 1. Minus sine of theta 1. Let us replace with our original angle 90 plus theta. So minus is that minus sine of 90 plus theta. We have seen the trigonometric ratios for an angle 90 plus theta. So sine of 90 plus theta gives to cos theta. So it will be cos theta. So what we can have is sine of 270 plus theta is minus cos theta. Next, cos of 270 plus theta. Cos of 180 plus 90 plus theta. That will be cos of 180 plus theta 1. Cos of 180 plus theta will be minus cos theta. So it will be minus cos theta 1 minus cos of 90 plus theta. And minus is a minus. Cos of 90 plus theta gives to minus sin theta. But minus of minus becomes positive, so it will be plus sin theta. So cos of 270 plus theta will be plus sin theta. Next, tan of 270 plus theta. So tan of 180 plus 90 plus theta. So tan of 180 plus theta will be 180 plus theta 1, that is plus tan theta 1. So tan of 90 plus theta. Tan of 90 plus theta is minus cot theta. So plus into minus becomes minus cot theta. So what we can have is tan of 270 plus theta is minus cot theta. And we'll see the other three trigonometric ratios for 270 plus theta. So cosecant of 270 plus theta, which gives to minus secant theta. Just prove it like the above. Similarly, secant of 270 plus theta will give positive cosecant theta. Cot of 270 plus theta gives to minus tan theta. So these are the trigonometric ratios for an angle 270 plus theta if the angle lies in the fourth quadrant. Next, we'll go for 360 minus theta. Means in the plane, if this is 0, if you turn it is 90, again if you move forward in 180, again move to for 90 degrees, so it will be 270. So this will be 270. Again, when if you add 90 degrees, then it will be 360. Means it gives a complete one revolution, or we can say one turn. So again 360 degrees as well as lies on the positive x-axis. Now, if we remove some angle from 360 degrees, again it will lie on the fourth quadrant. Means 270 plus theta or 360 minus theta, both angles lies in the fourth quadrant. Now we'll see what are the trigonometric ratios for 360 minus theta. So trigonometric ratios for 360 minus theta. 360 minus theta can be written in two ways. One is 180 plus 180 minus theta or 270 plus 90 minus theta. We can prove it by any one of the method. Now, but for assuming 180 plus 180, I think it is be easy. So let 180 minus theta, for time being, let us assume that it is theta 1. Now we'll see the trigonometric ratios for 360 minus theta. So sine of 360 minus theta can be written as sine of 180 plus 180 minus theta. So sine of 180 plus theta 1, as we have assumed that 180 minus theta is theta 1. Now sine of 180 plus theta 1 gives to what? Minus sine theta 1 minus sine of, replace theta 1 with our original value 180 minus theta. But sine of 180 minus theta is sine theta. So as there is a negative sign, so it will be minus sine of 180 minus theta is sine theta. So what we can conclude is sine of 360 minus theta is minus sine theta. And we'll go for the remaining trigonometric ratios. 360 cos of 360 minus theta. Cos of 180 plus 180 minus theta. Cos of 180 plus theta 1. Cos of 180 plus theta 1 gives to what? Minus cos theta 1 minus cos of 180 minus theta. So as there is a minus, I have kept as this. Cos of 180 minus theta is minus cos theta. So it will be minus cos theta. So but now overall minus into minus becomes positive. So it will be plus cos theta. So cos of 360 minus theta is plus cos theta. Next, tan of 360 minus theta. So tan of 180 plus 180 minus theta. Tan of 180 plus theta 1. Tan of 180 plus theta 1 is positive. So plus tan theta 1. Tan of 180 minus theta. Tan of 180 minus theta is minus tan theta. So tan of 360 minus theta is minus tan theta. Cosecant of 360 minus theta. Cosecant of 360 minus theta. 180 plus 180 minus theta. Cosecant of 180 plus theta 1. Cosecant of 180 plus theta 1 will be minus cosecant theta 1. So minus cosecant of 180 minus theta. So cosecant of 180 minus theta gives to plus cosecant theta, but there is a minus, so minus cosecant theta. So cosecant of 360 minus theta gives to minus cosecant theta. Next, secant. Secant of 180 plus 180 minus theta, that will be secant of 180 plus theta 1. Secant of 180 plus theta gives to negative secant theta, but here is theta 1, so we can have minus secant theta 1 minus secant of 180 minus theta. So minus is a minus, but secant of 180 minus theta is minus secant theta. So already one minus is there, so it will be minus secant theta. So if we multiply, minus into minus becomes plus, so it will be secant theta. So secant of 360 minus theta will be secant theta. Next, the last one, cot. So if you prove it like the above, cot of 360 minus theta will be minus cot theta. So these are the angles of 360 minus theta. If you observe all the angles what we have discussed, that is 90 plus theta, 90 minus theta, 180 plus theta, 180 minus theta, 270 minus theta, 270 plus theta, 360 minus theta, all are rotated in the anti-clockwise direction, means it gives a positive angle. Next, what happens if the angle moves in the clockwise direction? Means we'll see the trigonometric ratios for an angle minus theta. Now we'll see for trigonometric ratios for minus theta. Minus indicates the rotation is in the clockwise direction. Means if we move in the anti-clockwise direction, it gives the positive angle, but if the angle rotates in the clockwise direction, then it gives the negative angle. So for time, first we will assume that it is a standard rotation. This x-axis is our initial rate and OP is our terminal rate. If it rotates in the anti-clockwise direction, it gives some angle theta, positive angle. So that is, let theta be an angle in the standard position in the first quadrant. Let its terminal side cuts the circle with center O and radius R at P x comma y. Means let P x comma y be a point of the circle. If we draw a perpendicular line from P onto the x-axis, assume that it is M. Then OMP is a right angle triangle, and if it is a right angle triangle, it gives some angle theta, 90 and 90 minus theta. And the length of OM will be x and MP will be y. And from this notation, we have seen what are the trigonometric ratios: sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, cosecant theta, secant theta, and cot theta. Now we have to go for trigonometric ratios for minus theta. So minus theta means the angle should rotate in the clockwise direction. So assume that P dash x dash comma y dash be a point. Means this is the terminal rate. If it rotates from, this is our initial rate, and if this angle moves in this direction, then it gives to minus theta. Means the terminal rate is in the clockwise direction. If we draw a perpendicular line onto the x-axis, P dash M will be That is, P dash is a if you draw a projection from P dash onto the same x-axis, then M dash is M are both are same. Now we'll see. Normally this will be Y dash and this will be X dash for O M P dash. So that is, let P dash X dash comma Y dash be a point on the circle, and OP dash is a terminal ray. If it moves in the clockwise direction, it gives minus theta. Normally both angles are same but of opposite side. One is in the clockwise direction and the another is in anti-clockwise direction. So these two right angle triangles will be similar, but if you assume that the length one side is same for both the right angle triangles. The length of OM is same for OMP as well as OMP dash. Means X dash and X are equal. So what we can have is X dash is equal to X, and the length of MP and MP dash both are equal but of opposite sign, because it is in the first quadrant and it is below the x-axis, means towards negative y-axis, and y dash will be minus y. Now, what are the trigonometric ratios for minus theta? Sine of minus theta angle. So for minus theta, sine of minus theta is the ratio of opposite side and hypotenuse. The opposite side is y dash and hypotenuse is OP dash. So what we can have is y dash by r. But what is y dash? Minus y by r. So it gives to minus sine theta. So sine of minus theta is sine theta. Next, cos of minus theta angle. So cos of minus theta, it is the adjacent side of minus theta by hypotenuse. So adjacent side of minus theta is x dash by r, but the length of this standard notation and the length of OM dash will be same. So it will be x by r, so it will be cos theta. So cos of minus theta is cos theta. Next, tan of minus theta. Tan of minus theta is the opposite side of minus theta by adjacent side of minus theta. So opposite side of minus theta is y dash by x dash. So what is y dash? Minus y by x, which gives to minus tan theta. Secant of minus theta. Secant of minus theta is the ratio of hypotenuse and adjacent side of minus theta. So it will be r by x dash. So it will be r by x, and that gives to secant theta. Next, cosecant of minus theta. That will be r by y dash. So that will be r by minus y. So which will be minus r by y. But so if you take minus r by y gives to cosecant theta. So cosecant of minus theta is minus cosecant theta. Next, last one, cot of minus theta. Cot of minus theta is the adjacent side by opposite side. So adjacent side is x dash by opposite side is y dash. It will be x dash and x are equal, and y dash will be minus y. So it will be minus x by y, which is minus cot theta. So these are the trigonometric ratios for minus theta. So sine of minus theta is minus sine theta. Cos of minus theta is cos theta. Tan of minus theta is minus tan theta. Secant of minus theta is secant theta. Cosecant of minus theta is minus cosecant theta, and cot of minus theta is minus cot theta. So these are the trigonometric ratios. In the next class, we'll see the shapes of each trigonometric ratios. So thank you.